I have the oil pan off because it was leaking through one of the old style gaskets. I had the cork ones on there and it wasn't sealing on the rear side. So I got these two to replace it. These are rubber. We'll see if they work any better. Worth a shot. Also, while I'm doing that, I decided to upgrade to this. This is a spin-on oil adapter. It fits on the perlator filter head thing, and then you can add a normal air filter, normal oil filter to your car instead of the other style. So you can use one of these. So this will screw onto the car. The oil filter screws onto there. You get the idea. A couple gaskets to hold it in place. Seal it all up. I went with this because, well, the other one was leaking and it was missing some internal parts. So I don't know if the oil was actually filtering correctly. Basically, there's a big in the very bottom of the housing. There's a spring and then a plate, and those were missing. So I don't know if it worked or not. This will work, and I decided to get this instead of replacing all the parts for the old style. This was kind of an upgrade I wanted to make anyway, just to ease maintenance. So that's an easy one. And then I have a regular pan gasket I'm going to put in as well. So let's get started. It's probably as hard for you to see as it is for me, but there's the whole thing in place. Pretty happy with the fit. It came with a the middle shiny piece there, two of those and an extension, so you could have many different sizes on there. I ended up needing the smallest, which is cool. Now the regular filter will go on with a little bit of oil on its gasket, and we should be set up and ready to go. There we go. I got about a finger's gap between the frame and the oil filter. So that looks good. As long as it doesn't leak, I'm going to be happy. Now we need to do the oil pan. New gasket, new front and rear seals. All right, let's get at it. Have I shown you my bottom end before? I don't know, here it is. Not a lot to see. Tiny little crank, tiny little pistons. It's so cute. So I got the oil pan all cleaned up. I have the surfaces as clean as I can. I've test fitted these little rubber pieces. I have to say, they fit really well. They stick up a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch, just enough to be compressed as you put it in there. I'm still gonna put seal on it because I don't trust anything at this point. My plan is to put sealant on everything on the pan, stick all the parts in place, and then go stick it up into place on the car, leaving the engine side clean. That should work. We'll give it a try. Let's go see if all my RTV is dried up. Anyone tried this before? It's like the cheese whiz of gaskets. I've had this can. Well, it was old enough that the silicone inside the thing completely hardened off, which is kind of cool. Not what we're looking for. We'll see if we can actually get anything to come out of here. And the answer is no. Yeah, don't stick a screwdriver down here, whatever you do. Yeah, I can't get anything going. Okay, so these harden up after a while. Lucky for me, I bought some of the same stuff just the other day at the hardware store. because I figured this was going to happen. Let's see how it works. Yes, it works. Yeah, it's moving. Woohoo! I'm going to start in here. We're not like trying to fill it up, we're just trying to get some in there. And then you want this balanced. Same on the other side. Now I'm going to put a blob here and here. It's about like cake decoration. Here and here. Maybe get some on the top as well. I want to give this every chance to seal as I can. I wasn't happy that it didn't seal last time. When you read about the quart gaskets, there is a ton of discrepancy on how much space to leave. And it's anywhere from 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch. They're symmetrical, right? So this has a very pronounced stamp to it. I think I'm going to put the stamp side down because this is going to be flatter. See this edge here? What I'm going to do is put some stuff on here. I'm going to use my finger and rub it in. Smooth it out. We just need a thin layer. We're not like going crazy here. Some people, if it's really important, will put this on both sides, but then you're stuck next time underneath the car trying to scrape off sealant from the bottom of the engine. All right. Now we can set this in place. Brink. Now the other side. Fantastic. Now we just need to get it into the engine without messing it up. I'm not going to show you that because there's too many curse words involved. For this edge around the door, I had bought this. It's supposed to be the correct weather strip sealing stuff. It's like that, right? Except it's just too fat. It doesn't allow the door to shut properly. You can get the door shut, but you really have to slam the doors. It's not a lot of fun. So at the hardware store, I found this stuff. You know, next to all the really expensive sheet metal and stuff, it's just an edging for sheet metal. And what is this? Nothing but sheet metal. So we're gonna put this all the way around, and it works a whole lot better for my car, at least. Your car might be different. So it's really simple. It just pushes into place. If you need a little extra persuasion, give it a little love tap. I have to thread it around the here. It cleans up the edge. It has kind of a nice old vibe to it. You know, it's not like smooth, it has this weird pattern to it. It looks period correct. Probably not, but
If you liked this video, click the like button. If you want to come along on the ride, click the subscribe button. If you want Google to remind you every time there's a new video, click the alarm bell. Your support for the Austin Healey channel is very much appreciated.